Great. Good afternoon, everyone. I appreciate you coming out, and it sure was great to see football out here today. And I'm just so proud of Dante and this staff and this group of players and how they have handled this challenge and this news. For young people, sudden change is very, very difficult, and it's really difficult for all of us. I have tremendous respect for Clay Helton as a coach and as a man, and I think that's why we worked tirelessly and so hard and took extreme measures yesterday to ensure that this football team heard from he personally and me yesterday about the change in our direction of our head coach. And that was really important to us, and it may have frustrated some of you, but it was really important to us to ensure that our players know that they are first and foremost in our minds. And we still have very, very high expectations for this team, as they do as well. So we are going to do everything we can to help them be successful with 10, hopefully a great bowl game as well at the end of the season, regardless of what opportunity that is. We still control our destiny, and I think that the players understand that, this coaching staff understands that, and I'm excited to be able to come home back to the Coliseum with a game against Oregon State next Saturday, with a night game where we can once again enjoy the new kickoff and the new pregame activities with the lights going off and helping energize our fan base. And that's really important to us. And I believe the Trojan family is going to respond very, very well, just like this team and this coaching staff is. So we're doing everything we can again to show our next head coach, regardless of where that coach is, that we are fully committed to winning a national championship. We're fully committed to ensuring that the student-athlete experience here at USC is top-notch. So with that, I'll take a couple questions before Coach comes over.
Mike, you said after last season that you saw an improvement in all areas from Clay in the program. What changed from then to now?
Well, I think in the end, last year was so unique, and I'm just so fortunate, and USC is fortunate that Clay was our head coach during COVID. And when you think about what those challenges meant to everyone here, and obviously our players, daily testing, having to eat alone, not having the ability to be in a team environment, and he just really did a phenomenal job with that, pulling that together. And obviously we were in the championship game, and we really had the unfortunate circumstance where we had to play a team that had a whole lot of rest, and we played 3 games in 13 days, and but we played and competed, and then we had a great off season with the great recruiting and continued investment in the football enterprise from the institution, from the athletic department, which was really a big lift for us. And in the end, when we really came out, I just don't think we had that same sense of belief that with all the resources and all the commitment we put together, that we could really aspire to those national championship aspirations that we talk about all the time.
Coach, what's your time frame? To the conclusion, 2 games into a season after a loss to Stanford, that a coach should be let go. I mean, after he could have done it back in January.
Well, I don't think there's a model where coaches are ever changed in January across the country. And I think, again, we've been through a lot. We've been through a whole lot, and it just really felt like the right time, and I think it was the right time for Coach as well. And again, we don't take these decisions lightly, and understand the significance of families and all these players, our alumni, our great history and so forth, but it just felt like the right time. And it's kind of like the, there's a sense of knowing when to play things a certain way and just having that gut feeling. So, and I think that we have the right one.
What's your time frame for naming a new coach?
We will go through an exhaustive national search, and the good news is we have time to do that, and we'll take full advantage of that time. And we've already started with obviously building our profile, building our all of the elements associated with a solid search. And I'm looking forward to that, and having the Trojan family behind us will be a big part of that. And I think that's something we're going to spend a lot of time rallying and trying to ensure that we're all aligned, and I think that'll be critical.
As you commence the search,
What is Dante the man for the job right now?
Well, Dante, if you get to know him, he's from Los Angeles. And Dante is a relationship guy. And I really believe that our talented coordinators need to coordinate and do a great job so that they can focus on the important roles that they have. And Dante's recruited a great number of these players, and some of the players that he recruited from other institutions where he was and came to USC, so he knows them, he knows their families, he has great relationships with them, he has impeccable poise, he's a leader. And we wanted our coordinators to coordinate and do a great job, and we really wanted to ensure that our special teams coordinator too can lock in on that so that we are fundamentally sound and prepared for good solid football while Dante's doing everything he can to rally the team and pull them together. Our expectation is we're going to go out and play with a fight-on mentality every single day. You saw it in practice today. You saw how they were flying around. And my hat's off to our players. It was inspiring to see that today and to hear the comments from so many of them and how they've united, and we asked them to do that. And that's a reflection on Dante and this coaching staff. And our expectations are we're going to play, and we expect to still compete for a championship.
As you commence this search, what are the most important attributes you're looking for in the next head coach?
Well, no question, it's leadership, high integrity, character, the ability to connect with young men. As you all know, our vision is to be the most student-athlete-centered program in the country, so we want somebody that understands the connectability with young men that are a part of this program and the ability to recruit and bring high-quality character people to USC and, again, to pursue championships.
What was Dante told about whether he'll be considered or not?
I'm sorry?
What was Dante told about whether he'll be considered or not for the full-time job?
We haven't got into that, but our search is wide open. Our search is wide open, and that's what a national search is all about. Ensure where we're doing that.
Mike, will you use the search firm, or will it be you and Brandon?
We haven't determined all those different pieces, but I will say we will utilize every asset, every resource, every venue, every opportunity, every relationship over being in this business for 42 years to ensure that we have all the information necessary to bring us a great coach.
What did you tell the players when you met with them yesterday?
I'll keep that private. Thank you. But again, for me, the most important thing was they heard from Clay Helton. They heard from Clay Helton and Mike Bohn and Dante in that order. And that was really important to me. Really important to me. And it was important to them. And it was important to Clay. And as many of you know and have been a part of transition, whether it's here at USC or anywhere else, head coaches are often not provided the opportunity to say goodbye to their players, and that is a sense of grace that represents USC and represents our athletic department that I was really pleased to be able to put together with something that was so difficult.
Mike, was Coach told before the season you lose a game like this, you're out?
No, of course not. Of course not.
Mike, how important is head coaching experience in your next coach?
Obviously, there's no excuse. There's no replacement for head coach experience. But again, I think it's about leadership, character, integrity, fit, and a fit and somebody that embraces the high expectations here to compete for national championships. That's something that we want them to really talk openly and proudly about. So look along these walls out here and understand what this program is about. And I think in the 20 months that I've been here, I've got a full grasp of understanding those traditions and what that means. And again, we're going to utilize all that Trojan fight-on spirit and that USC family to our advantage.
Mike, when did you reach the conclusion to move on to play this morning, Sunday?
Our process, I'm a big believer that you don't make major decisions in the heat of the emotions associated with a game, and so obviously Sunday and Monday was that process.
How much did the fan reaction to the game on Saturday impact that decision?
I think I've mentioned the importance of our base, but clearly when USC is together, like I've seen them when I was at the Rose Bowl game against Texas. Unfortunately, USC lost that game, but when the USC family is together, it's special. And that's a secret sauce that our competition in this country doesn't have. So that's why this is really going to be a critical opportunity for us to pull that USC family together and bring in a leader that we can all unite around, that can be a great ambassador for us and be a great leader, a great recruiter, and be somebody that helps make USC football something special.
You think Dante will fix
All right, thanks guys. I think that's it. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
We'll have an opportunity to get together again, so I think we'll get Dante out here.
Thank you, Mike.
No, thank you, gang. Appreciate you being with us.